Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boys.
To another Avanti Talent Spotlight. I'm here with another one of our former Avanti talent, and that's Wayne, not Bruce Wayne. Even though he would make a very good Bruce Wayne, I'm here with Wayne Riggins, alumni of Avanti from the West Coast Showcase at Avanti. How are we doing, Wayne?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Now, I put that picture in the center of you playing the part of a police officer, and I just love the dedicated look in your face. If I didn't know this was a TV show or movie, I'd be like, is Wayne a police officer?
Yeah. No, it's from SWAT, and I've been very blessed to be on that show and have the opportunities to do what I do as a cop on that show.
Now, you had a very interesting story about one of the days of filming. You know how we talk to people about being adaptable?
hmm
All kind of things can happen. Talk to me about the snowstorm. Was it a snowstorm or a lightning storm?
Lightning storm. Yeah, that day we were filming that episode, we're filming in the middle of a parking lot, middle of Santa Clarita, and we had unexpected thunderstorm that decided to start right above us, and we basically had to run to our cars, hang out in our cars until it passed, and then film, which we were 3.5 hours behind schedule, and it was fun. We got out there really late, but we got it done, and it was interesting.
So basically, it was a 3 hour car sit with the lightning storm going on. What did you
Yeah.
do for those 3 hours in your car?
It was we had lunch and we just kind of made it work.
Just kind of made it work. It's good that
Yeah,
it wasn't a hot day and you couldn't run the car, right? That would have been really
right. Yeah.
miserable. So you work through the seat, and then here's the thing too. It's not like once it's over, everything's one take, easy bake, and then you're done, right?
It's multiple takes and multiple scenes that I mean they were so far behind with that day.
Mhm.
We had to go into the night and had to film at night making it look like the day. So it was interesting.
It's amazing what they can do with tricks.
Yes, lighting is amazing.
You're filming in darkness, but when you go and watch the episode, everyone would think the sun was out, right?
That is absolutely right.
Okay, well, let's back up a little bit and let's talk about what gave you the itch. When did you have the itch to be in entertainment?
Well, if I have to go far, far, far back to that, it was probably when I was a kid. I didn't quite know what I wanted to do at that point, but my grandma saw something in me.
Mhm.
I was always acting up around her, and she was always like, you know what, you need to get into acting. You need to get into drama class or something like that. And so, watching movies all my life and watching my favorites and not knowing exactly what I wanted to do. I mean, I explored a lot of other opportunities, but got to the point where I'm like, you know what, this is my place, this is my zone, I feel comfortable here, and this is where I want to pursue the rest of my life on doing this. So that was kind of like the starting point, I guess, is when my grandma said those words to me, you know.
Now, you had done a lot of acting training. When you came to me, the modeling training had been non-existent, correct?
Yeah, no, that was very new to me, out of my comfort zone.
Because I could tell. Anytime I gave you something that dealt with acting, you were on it. You were right there. Great enthusiasm. And then once the modeling stuff came up, it's like, oh, what's this?
Yeah. It was interesting. The walks, the turns. I mean, I learned a lot that day, but I still call it me and a couple guys on it were calling it the fighting position, like the karate move. We're just like getting in fighting position, we're getting our, and make it work. It looked okay, I guess.
Hey, you make it fun for you, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you adapted very well. I want to talk about a couple things during your training and during your show, and then I want to get back to spotlighting you. So, when you started, what were your expectations, and how were those expectations met with your training?
As far as the modeling and all the stuff that like the rehearsing for
Yeah.
our, okay, I mean, rehearsing it, getting that stuff down, wasn't much of a challenge for me. It was like getting used to doing the workshops with you guys with all the different coaches and putting it all together and one says no, one says yes, and then you try to put yourself in the middle to make it your own. And as far as that, but when we came down to the modeling day, the walks and all the other things, that was a whole nother ball game for me, which I just adapted as much as I could. Hopefully, it all turned out great. But
Well, it did, and what's funny is that's by design. Some people, you see who losers mind, and we try to get you used to. Everyone's going to have a different critique, and you know this from being on set and working with different people. You may work with one director today, and the next director you work with is totally different.
mhm.
Casting director this time is totally different from the other. But once you get all of those opinions in there, and you're done, whose face do you see for the next 3 months? Mostly.
That's true. It's
And then
yeah,
we get you, and then I get you straight in line.
yeah.
What did you enjoy the most about your showcase weekend?
Getting there, getting all like kind of in the zone. Actually seeing the people that I was working with on the Zoom calls. It was nice. I mean, I've met a lot of cool friends, a lot of people that I'm going to stay in contact with for a long time. Just interact with you and Jennifer and everyone. It made it so much more real when we were all in the same room together instead of on a screen. So it was nice to be a part of that and made some really good friends.
Well, yes, and it was a pleasure too, because you're one. What I always say this, and everybody who's been trained by me knows. We always talk about one of the biggest killers is the inability to follow instructions. And the one thing that you were really, really excellent with was following instructions. For someone who's been on set, has been in a big project, talk about how important following instructions are, so that it's not just always coming from me.
Yeah, no, that is definitely a good thing to have. I mean, when I go on set, it's like every show is different. I mean, it's not always the same. I mean, some of it is the same, but you're going to meet different people. Different people want to do it their way, and you just have to be on time, listen to what they say when it says jump, jump, and just do the best and just be yourself, and so they can see that because maybe that this show is only a 1 day of project, but this person remembers you for down the road and it's like, hey, I want this guy back for this project. Or it's always about networking and always being true about yourself on set and just listening to what they have to say.
Just because if they see the positives, they'll also see the negatives if they're there, right?
Exactly.
They'll remember that. So it's important. One of the things you just said is when they say jump, jump. And I like that you said that because it's like if I say jump, you need to jump. You don't turn around and say, well, do you want me to jump this high? Am I supposed to jump over here? Do I jump this low? Do I use one foot? They just want you to jump, right?
Yep, that's true.
So that's great for that. So um, the biggest thing that you liked was meeting the people and some people that you had to train with that wasn't in your group. How have you felt afterwards?
I've felt it was weird adjusting to the whole modeling part of it when we did the runway. Other than that, like, I took little bits and pieces of things that you said and Jennifer and just seeing other people's talent and then just taking little pieces like that and just bringing it incorporating into my day to day on set and stuff. It's helped out a lot. A lot of advice that you gave me. It was a lot.
Now, your showcase was unique because we have different guests that will come in sometimes or show up for certain showcases, whether they're actors, models, directors, producers. You actually had the New York School of Conservatory Arts came to you all showcase. How was that? How did you enjoy that portion?
That was probably the most entertaining. Having them there was really nice, especially when I saw Morgan up there. It was just like I just wanted to jump in and get in her scene with her. I just was like, I don't know, that's her spotlight right there. But no, it was nice. It was nice to have seen that because I've never been a part of anything like that before. So it was nice to see that kind of stuff.
Speaking of Morgan, she was the spotlight before you, and we brought that up. That's the importance of when someone asks or volunteers, whether you think you're going to do good or not, throw that hand up. Everything's a learning moment, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. Don't be scared to volunteer because you don't know where that's going to lead.
That's true.
And I don't want to put this all on Avanti because you've done some things before, but um, was working through things like the elevator pitch because a lot of people don't think about that elevator pitch. When you went and had the one-on-one with the New York School Conservatory Arts, did that help you in any way when you were talking to him one-on-one?
Yeah, I mean, maybe a little bit. I mean, I'm kind of used to that whole, the whole talking and getting the whole elevator pitches and stuff. I mean, that wasn't a struggle for me at all. I mean, working at my other job, it's as first responder, you're always talking to a nurse and you always have to be just boom, 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 boom with everything. So, yeah, that wasn't that was like, it was easy for me.
Now, caveat into the next topic, you kind of just weaved me into it, so that's good. Good timing. We're feeling each other here.
Yeah.
What does Wayne do outside of acting and modeling?
Okay. Well, lately, well, actually for a long time, I've been playing a lot of hockey since I was way young. And I still the first responder role. I'm still doing that. And my kids. I'm a dad of two little ones. So between all that and acting, I just make it work. I am the Batman. I am the Bruce Wayne to the kids, and that's just how it is.
They're like, we're just waiting you to get Bruce Wayne's bank account, Dad.
Yeah, right.
Like, I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Trying.
Now, first responder these days can mean a lot of things. Are you an EMT, firefighter? What's the deal there?
Firefighter medic, yeah.
Say that again.
Firefighter paramedic, correct.
Firefighter, paramedic.
Yeah.
Very important job. Thank you for your service
Mhm.
and what you do. How has that helped you prepare for the entertainment industry?
A lot of the training, because a lot of the things, the people I play on TV, and a lot of the aspects that I have to get myself into, it actually helps out a lot because I'm already knowing that side of the special ability part of it. As far as like when I'm on Station 19, I know what to do. They don't really ask a lot. They expect me to kind of go with it. Same with, when I play paramedic or I play cop, I have those backside experiences already. So it does help me. The special ability stuff does help me going forward.
And
Uh,
that we talk about skills and abilities all the time, and everyone listening to Wayne, that's why we say your skills and what you do play such an important role because how to get a teacher to play a teacher shouldn't be that hard. You give them a couple of lessons, teach them, help them out with their acting, but you know what a teacher does. Like, so you filling in the role of a paramedic or an EMT or a firefighter or a policeman, it's almost second nature because of the familiarity of what you do outside of entertainment, right?
mhm. Definitely, yeah.
Awesome.
Especially and there's times that like I played like a dad on TV, and it's like, they want someone who has that experience too. So I've kind of maneuvered in different little aspects, but it's been nice.
Okay, you make it work. Tell me about. I want to ask two questions involving filming. We already talked about the weather day, but if you have another one, what was your most? And you don't have to say specific films and all of that because we don't want to get anybody in trouble. What's one of your most enjoyable days of filming, and what was one of those days that was just like, what am I doing? It's very
Let's see. Enjoyable days. Well, I can tell you one of the shows that I'm on, which I can tell you guys, Station 19. Been there for 3 seasons, and that place, it's very enjoyable to go there. It's like a family. Everyone knows my name. I know everyone. It's really nice. It feels like second home for me. So it's very comfortable on that set. Same with SWAT, but those are my two family oriented places that I enjoy places. But the places like place where I just thought I was like going crazy was, this is a hard one to think about, but I would have to say, it's a really tough one.
what,
I
third.
would say I would say Beverly Hills Cop was a little bit of chaos. It was a little bit all over the place. I can say that.
That's more of that's a big that's a I don't want to say big budget, but that's and you can talk about it a little. The difference in filming a movie and being on set for a TV show is night and day.
Very much so. There's a lot more stuff going on.
A lot more moving parts. When you're doing a TV show, it's a little more stationary, especially if you have that main place where you're always filming, except for the scenes when you're going outside. You get a kind of feel for it. And then, when you're doing a movie, you might be on set at one place, and then after that, you never go back to that place again unless you do a reshoot, and then you're somewhere else.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
I totally get you on that. Can you talk about, is there a time in your pursuit, this is before SWAT, before uh, Station 19, before us, before you really, really dove into it, is there any point where you almost say, well, this is not going to happen, or any reason you had to kind of think about stopping or giving up? And if it did, what made you continue your pursuit?
So I would say when I first started out, trying to get work, that was when you're non-union, and that's a whole nother ball game. Trying to get work, trying to get yourself noticed just on day one, day two, and you just kind of take as it goes. Um, but it's I there was times, I'm not gonna lie, that I was like, is this truly what I want to do? And I knew I wanted to do it, but financially and everything, I was like, is this going to be worth it? And I just kept telling myself, that this is what I want to do. And I just kept pushing the gas pedal down, and it's still pushed down, and I'm still going. And I mean, there's been a lot of money involved in this as far as like, headshots and, you getting you back and forth from Orange County to LA. It's a challenge, but I enjoy it, and I'm not giving it up anytime soon. I'm just staying true to that prize, and I'm gonna aim for it.
Right. You see so many people when they make it, you go back and watch their interviews and they're talking about the same thing that you're talking about. You talk to people about, well, I couldn't go back home. I had to film for 2 days and it would have cost too much, so I slept in my car. You hear people that will do anything to get to that prize. I think the financial one is the hardest one. You can get over things emotionally, physically, the financial toll, because people don't realize, hey, this is an investment in you. Like,
Hmm.
it doesn't just happen and then you just wind up with an Oscar and you didn't do anything, So glad that you made it through that part and got through that roadblock, because we talk about roadblocks all the time. So here's the question, of course. You cannot say me. Who was your favorite coach to experience throughout the process?
Oh, favorite coach.
Uh oh, that was a big sigh.
Well,
Now you don't know what to say.
you are on my list, John, but there
You
was
You can't say me, because the other coaches have declared that since I'm the one doing the interviews, saying me is too obvious. So, and then people get pressured. Well, I'm on here with him, so do I say him? So it
but
can't be me.
I I'm trying to remember all the names because there were so many of them, and I think the majority of it was I had you majority of it, but I think there was like maybe two other ones that we had, but I mean I was sick at that time too as well, so I was trying to battle through all that.
You did. You were a trooper. You came to a couple of showcase preps where I was like, wait, you can go home. You look like death. And I was like, well, I appreciate you trying to motor through it, where you have people who stub their toe and they're like, I got to take the day off.
Yeah,
So that's the difference sometimes between people who become extremely successful and those who don't. You don't let the roadblocks stop you, right?
true.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you this one, and then we're gonna get into something else. What was your biggest takeaway? Like, is there something that was, and that could be anything. It could something that was taught to you or said to you that you hadn't considered before, and it really helped you out through the process.
Through the process with Avante.
Yep,
Okay. Um, you know, well, your name's gonna come up here because we had a couple convers.
that's fine.
Yeah, no,
Once we're not talking about favorite,
oh,
it's okay.
no, we had a couple of conversations, and there was like here and there, like on our some of our improving, and you know, certain things that we worked on, and I took a lot from here and there, little parts of that, and I've stuck to that. What you said, there's a lot of nice things that you said, and I've taken those with me.
Well, at least you took the nice things that I
Yeah,
said.
of course. Yeah.
Taz May says, "What are some other roles you would like to play that is different from what you have been playing so far?" So because you've played that first responder role really well, what's a role you'd like to play and get into that you haven't played yet?
The sky's the limit. I mean, I'll do anything at this point. I mean, I've done a dad on TV. I've done little things here. I mean, I'd be open to do anything. I mean, I would love to be a superhero on TV. That would be great. Play the next Batman or I don't know.
we're
I'm
trying
just
to milk
saying.
that one. We're trying to milk that one.
Anything. I don't know. I'm open for anything.
What would be challenging for you? Because you know what, I would say I would love to see them put you in like a soap opera.
That would be, I have sent my stuff in for those. I have had contacts, but I've never it hasn't gone through. But I wouldn't mind doing that. But the only thing with that is like it's a lot of time, and that would take a lot of time away from other projects.
Well, I don't want you to be, I want you to be, a reoccurring guest, not a
Oh yeah,
role.
yeah.
I want to see you do something dramatic because I think, not that you couldn't do it, I think I'd get a kick out of it. I think I'd get a real good kick out of Wayne doing something either overly romantic or overly dramatic. That would just be funny for me, you know. Because I think I'm already locked in. You're going to be Bruce Wayne one day, whether it's in a movie or a TV show or a short. You're gonna do that, or you know what? We're gonna get a fan made movie.
Well, speaking of movies, I guess I can say a little bit right now. I can't say too much, but next summer, I'm actually going to be in a feature film, and I have the lead role. So
Good.
look for that. I will talk about it more when we get closer, but it's going to be cool. It's a thriller, so it's a little different, but I got that coming up.
So everybody listening, you heard that. Wayne said once that movie comes out, he's gonna come back and do an interview with us.
That's right. I
This
will.
time he'll be on Industry Talk
There we go.
of Talent Spotlight, right? The verbal contract that he just made with me. Let's see. Oh, Tess says, what did she say? It popped up and then it went away. Give me a second. I think sometimes there's, what happens? I've got the YouTube up, and sometimes I think I see things too fast. She said, "Awesome, congratulations." Well, hey,
Thank you. Thank you.
hard work pays off. So Wayne, because talk about this. This stuff didn't happen for you overnight. Right?
No. Mm-mm.
Tell me how you felt when you got that first call to be in one of the bigger roles that you're in.
Uh, It was it's I it honestly right now it's like too good to be true kind of feeling, but you know all the hard work and the stuff that I've done, and to get this actually was on another movie this person has produced, and so they got to see me a little bit, believed in this, and sky's the limit.
That's what we were talking about before. Hey, your role, no matter how big or small it is in this project, could lead to something bigger down the line because people remember those who I was put in a movie once that I didn't even audition before because another movie that was filming, the parking lot attendant never showed up. So since I didn't have to be on set for 4 hours, all I said was I can help, and I directed the parking. They're like, you don't have to do that. You're one of the actors. I was like, ah. So I was out there for 3 hours directing parking, and I didn't even get the role for that callback, but someone gave me a call. It was how I became the onlooker in the fitting finale movie. Um, the director called me and said, "Hey, I have a friend that was doing A, B, and C. Said you would be great. Would you like?" I said, "I don't have to audition." No, you got the part. I said, "That's the best kind of audition you can get." So
Right? Yep.
how that
You never know when you're gonna get noticed. You just gotta, stay around and kind of just put the extra help in and see what happens. I always kind of do that too. I always try to give a little extra on set if they need, extra help, and they remember the face.
Yep, they remember the face. Well, this is that part where we make you uncomfortable. Wait, now we won't make you uncomfortable. So this is the part where you get spotlighted, and I would love for you to deliver whatever message you would like to give out there to people, whether it's Avanti talent that are currently in courses now, ones who have finished, or just anybody out there who's going to come by this that wants to pursue entertainment, wants to be an actor. I would give you this time to go ahead and talk to them and kind of give them Wayne's tips or motivational spill, and make it better than Morgan. Okay. Here you
All right, guys. Well, I can say is in this industry, you got to be true to yourself. It takes a lot of heart and dedication and money, which is an issue. Especially starting out. You just gotta keep your foot on the gas, and I mean, everyone is a different talent, and everyone is pretty much trying to get the same job as you. But you just gotta shine differently. You just gotta stay true to yourself, and just be the person you are, and people will see that. Be kind, be kind on set. Just remember a lot of people's names, and just yeah. I mean, that's what helps me. I just keep going and going and going, and show after show after show, and one show leads to another show leads to another. So it's very blessed for what the outcome for me has happened, and for you guys, just stay true to yourself. That's the best thing I can say, um, and if you want it that bad, stick to your guns and your heart, and just be that person and say, if I want this, and just stay to that point. But that's all I got for you guys.
That's probably, hey, that's all you got, but what you got was great. Okay, what you got was great. Always stay the course, and I love the attitude. Of course, since day one, I think I gave you a hard time, but people always tell people if I'm giving you a hard time, that means I like you and you've got potential, and I just want to make everyone's potential grow. You are now a part of the well, you were, but you were a part of the family. Always be here for you. You've got my number,
Oh yeah.
advice, anything. I got you, and can't wait for you to see you in your next role. Can't wait to do another interview with you, and I just can't wait for you to keep growing and growing in what you're doing, Wayne.
Yeah, I appreciate it, John.
All right, appreciate you as well. Everybody out there, watch out for the next Avanti Spotlight. Also, 8 p.m. Eastern, Paula Popkov, season 17 and 18 of Project Runway. We're doing industry talk with her, 8 p.m. Eastern on the Avanti YouTube channel. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.